Hi everyone. Today I will present analysis of 3 research articles, each representing a different method of research, their positivism, interpretivism, and critical theory. All these studies focus on the intersection of education and the young people's psychological experiences. The Article 1 uses a positivist approach to test the effectiveness of positive education interventions in preventing depression among Chinese adolescents. The Article 2 adopts an interpretivist lens to explore the subjective experiences of acculturative stress among Chinese international students in the UK. In Article 3, it employs critical theory to critique the positivity imperative in Finnish young education, linking it to neoliberal and theoretical ideologies. Then I will talk more about details. In the first article, the researchers aim to establish a causal relationship between positive education and reduced depression in adolescents. To achieve this, they used a pseudo-experimental design, randomly assigning 173 8th grade students in Chengdu. They measured depression levels using a standardized scale before and after the semester-long intervention. Their quantitative analysis using statistical tests like ANOVA revealed that the positive education group showed a significant decrease in depression scores compared to the control group. This study demonstrates positivism's focus on objective measurement to find solutions. Now, let's move to Article 2, which uses an interpretivist approach to explore a very different aspect of student experience: the acculturative stress faced by Chinese international students in the UK. Unlike the first study, the goal here was not to test the hypothesis, but to understand the subjective meanings students attach to their experiences. The researchers conducted 12 in-depth semi-structured interviews with postgraduate students, asking them to share their personal stories of stress, adaptation, and their views on support programs. They also used emotion drawings to capture participants' emotional journeys. Through thematic analysis, they identified several key stresses, including academic pressure, language barriers, social isolation, and the unique challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. And then let's move to Article 3, which uses a critical theory approach to critique the positivity imperative in Finnish young education, linking it to neoliberal and therapeutic ideologies. Unlike the first 2 studies, its core goal is not just to understanding education practice, but to challenge the hidden power structures behind them and drive social and educational change. The research included young people labeled at risk and education professions in Finland with over 400 interviews. For analysis, it adopted critical discourse analysis, unpacking how the pressure to stay positive in education is constructed and who is harmed by it, especially vulnerable young people, instead of reliability or triangulation. It used catalytic and horizontal validity as quality criteria, the former to spark reflection and action on the positivity imperative, the latter to center the voices of marginalized participants. This study reveals that the positivity demand frames young people's struggles as personal failure, ignoring systematic issues, and it ultimately calls for a more equitable young education system rooted in social justice. Thanks for listening.